Morning. Happy Friday. Today is the 22nd day of October, and this is the 20th episode of season 2 of the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. In other words, it's a reciprocal action. You help yourself as you help others. I'm your host. I'm sekouwrites. I'm a professional creative, a motivational speaker. That's new. And the creator of the Hero Ministry movement, which is my effort to uplift and inspire the unhoused. So quick disclaimer, I am not a certified personal trainer, nor am I a licensed financial advisor. So do your own homework, do your own due diligence. Just use what I say as my own guideline. Just recognize that this is my own guideline that I'm creating for myself, my effort to become my own hero. So all that said, shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this space and this opportunity. There's a website, ntmedia.org. You can donate. You can also check out the other programming on the network. Okay, so like, comment, tweet, share, all those good things, and make sure to keep checking out the Hero Story, which you can get to through my website, sekouwrites.com. All right, so we're gonna do a quick commercial break. I'm gonna come back and start the show right after this. But before I do that, I just wanna hit you with news from me. As I was typing up the show today, I realized that today is the 100th episode of the Be Your Own Hero show. 100 episodes. So hit myself with some fireworks. I'm very excited. I couldn't believe that it's been that long. So anyway, quick commercial break, and I'm gonna come back and start the show. Okay, so shout out to the people in the chat who are watching live. Shout out to Gladys. Shout out to Nan. Shout out to Diego. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to the congratulations are popping in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah. I didn't realize it had been so long. So episode 100. So that said, let's get into it. Okay, so Friday, as you know, if you've been watching the show, is Flashback Friday, where I kind of recap the week. So let's talk about it. Last weekend, I opened for Les Brown as a motivational speaker. I had my motivational speaking debut, and I also opened for Les Brown. So I was intensely excited. So therefore, on Monday, I had a special episode where I simply talked about the buildup to me opening for Les Brown and how I had a speech intact Friday night, but then I went for a long run Saturday morning. And as you know, if you've been watching the show, when I go for long runs, I tend to get downloads from the universe. And the universe was like, change everything. Change everything. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. But I did, and it changed the entire tone and feel of the speech, and it made it triumphant. It came off as a graduation speech, and I think that resonated with people. Many strangers reached out to me to say that they really appreciated what I said. A classmate from school reached out to me to say that she's going through a tough time, and my speech was very helpful to her, and she's going to bookmark it and watch it again. So all those things were really fulfilling. The most impactful thing, however, was Les Brown, who I've never met before, shouting me out and saying that he can just go home because I did such a great job. So shout out to Les Brown for that. And I'm very excited to have done my motivational speaking debut as an opener for Les Brown. I'm over the moon about that. Okay, so that was Monday. I talked all about that on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I talked about the fact that the 18th of October is my anniversary day for not drinking. So this October 18th is my 2-year anniversary of not drinking. And I talked about that a little bit because I was a little more public about celebrating that this year. And so people were asking me if I used to be an alcoholic. So I was trying to unpack that. Like, you don't have to be addicted to something to decide that something no longer serves you. So I wasn't an alcoholic. I wasn't addicted. And so just to recap, like, to be an alcoholic means that you are chemically and emotionally dependent upon alcohol. You can't live without it. So no, I wasn't in that kind of position, but I did decide that it no longer served me. For me specifically, I decided that it no longer served me because I knew that I was using it for escapism. That's not the only thing I was using for escapism, but it's one of many things that I was using for escapism. So we've all seen that scene in movies and TV shows where the person says, "Oh, I had a hard day. I need a drink." You know, like that image has been promoted through the mass media since time immemorial. And I kind of subscribe to that. If I had a hard day, I needed a drink. I felt like I needed a drink. So what I was doing though was numbing the pain, being avoidant, and using escapism. So my goal in shedding liquor and some other habits of escapism was simply that, to learn how to more effectively live in the pain, walk through the pain, and not avoid it. So that has served me well in a number of different ways. I feel like drinking is the one that people pay the most attention to, but I have used that in a number of different ways to shed escapism. And I highly recommend it. It's hard work. It is not easy. It's not easy. But getting rid of external habits that you're using to attempt to pour solve over internal issues is a good thing, because then you are forcing yourself to become stronger, forcing your internal musculature to get stronger so that you can deal with things without the aid of whatever method of escapism you're using. So that was Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I talked about the fact that the algorithm out here in the social media universe has picked up on the fact that my talk on Saturday was about pain. And then I guess talking here about that too has led to social media feeding me all these things about pain, which is a little bit scary, by the way. So one of the things was on YouTube, and it fed me a snippet of a Denzel Washington film where he says to one of the bad guys that there's two kinds of pain: pain that hurts and pain that alters. And so I was sitting with that for a while, and I decided that I disagree with the screenwriter. I believe that the pain that hurts can also alter, but it's not automatic. I believe that what happens automatically is you get stronger. When you survive something painful, you automatically get stronger. You can't necessarily feel it. You can't necessarily see it, but somewhere inside you, you've gotten stronger just by merit of the fact that you survived that thing. That said, if you're interested in a transformational experience, I believe that shedding escapism and leaning into the pain is where you start to transform yourself. That's what has been true for me. So that takes us back to what I just said about drinking and other forms of escapism. If you especially take a break from those forms of escapism when you're in pain and just force yourself to deal with the pain and still function and still move forward, that's when you actively get stronger in ways that you can see, and then you notice that you're getting stronger. And so then it becomes transformational. That's been my experience. So that was Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I got back to, what are we calling this? Spiritual financial literacy. We got back to that, and I talked about the fact that I got a text message from Japan telling me that I was right about Bitcoin. So whether I was right or not, it was a good nudge to get back to spiritual financial literacy, and the idea that our mindset is really what determines our wealth to begin with. It's really about mindset. But that said, we've been talking here a bit about cryptocurrency, and he sent me that text message because it seems now like cryptocurrency is being what's called mainstream. It looks like it's coming into the mainstream. So it's been on the fringe a little bit here and there, kind of back and forth. It was only created in 2009. And since then, it's kind of popped into the mainstream and popped out, popped in and popped out. And it seems like now it's coming online as part of the mainstream, as evidenced by the fact that AMC movie theaters just announced that they are accepting cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general, for movies, for gift cards, and they're adding more and more cryptocurrencies. So that's different from them saying, hey, we accept Bitcoin now. They're saying, yeah, we accept Bitcoin, we accept Ethereum, we're going to start accepting Dogecoin. Like, they're saying we accept cryptocurrency in general. And there are many other companies, big companies, that have started accepting cryptocurrency beyond just Bitcoin. So what that does is it underscores the fact that this is a form of currency. And one of the financial advisors that I've been watching online really brought it home for me by asking a simple question. I'm gonna ask you too. Here it is. When was the last time you remember a new form of currency being invented? Never, never. It's never happened in any of our lifetimes. It's always been just the currency that's been out there in the world. If you're here in the United States, it's the dollar. But it's always been just these currencies that we're already aware of. So this is the creation of a brand new currency. And I mentioned this before, it's already got a market cap of $2 trillion, which is more than the GDP of Canada. That is mind-boggling. So I contend that the genie is not going back in the bottle, that it will continue to build and grow. It will continue to get mainstreamed. And so, as Cathie Wood would say, we want to be in the market before the world reacts. Cathie Wood, if you're not familiar with her, I've been calling her the female version of Warren Buffett because everyone knows Warren Buffett. Cathie Wood is a very shrewd investor. She has outperformed the S&P 500 for several years, the past 3 or 4 years in a row. And the S&P 500 is kind of the standard bearer for the industry. And just a reminder, S&P stands for Standard & Poor's. It's just a company name. It is not the only index fund that has 500 companies in it. Vanguard has one too, for example. But S&P 500 is the name that most of us know. Okay, so all that said, there are ways to invest in cryptocurrency now, even if you don't want to buy cryptocurrency. Robinhood, we've talked about Robinhood quite a bit here. Robinhood is one of the brokerage houses that has cropped up recently. It's been semi-famous because it's easy. Like you can open a Robinhood account on your phone, but you can also open one on your desktop. Just go to robinhood.com. Anyway, it's pretty user-friendly. They do some things that I want to be careful with my language here. They do some things that I wouldn't expect. Like I mentioned that I discovered that they have a built-in delay. So if you make a trade at a certain time, there's a delay in there. So if there's any money left on the table, they get that money. And I was shocked that that was legal. But regardless, it is an easy way to get into the stock market. The reason I'm talking about them now under the House of Cryptocurrency is because they have started allowing people to trade cryptocurrency on their platform. Now, there's some fuzziness around who owns the cryptocurrency. Like it seems like what they're doing is giving you an IOU, like a marker. Like you spent the money with us, and so we owe you X amount of Bitcoin. And when you cash out, that's when we'll give it to you. I'm not completely sure how to talk about that yet. I'm still studying that. But in the short term, this is my point. Robinhood is a publicly traded company. And it started off as a stock brokerage, and now it is also a cryptocurrency brokerage. So you can simply buy stock in Robinhood if you want to be in on cryptocurrency without buying actual cryptocurrency. So that's one of many stocks you could buy. Again, what I suggest is just going to Google and searching for stocks for crypto. That's what I did. That's literally what I did. And what Robinhood will be one of the first ones to come up. The stock price is only about $40 per share. And you know, it's low now, but at some point, if and when cryptocurrency comes online, and you already know I believe it will, then presumably people will flock to Robinhood to buy cryptocurrency easily, and the stock price will jump. Okay, so again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just talking about what I've done. I have bought stock in Robinhood, and I'm just telling you what I'm doing and why. Okay, so that's my time for today. I wanted to talk about something else, a little something else, but I'll carry that over to Monday. Let's see. Stay tuned for prayer time at 10:15. Stay tuned for Sit with Rev Melissa at 10:30. Make sure you watch Living Life in Joy on Sunday, where Reverend Melissa will be interviewing one of the 8 nonprofits that I donate to through my charity run. Okay, and please check out the run report for today, because I had a very good run report today. All right, I'm definitely over time, so let me close out. Thanks for watching. Be a hero, be your own hero, and remember that now is better than perfect. Later.